days, cause I would make plans with you. And I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Jealousy cry. Just can't feel what you feel. Hi, this is Tracy Braxton, and you're watching the Bobby
Hi, I'm Laura with the BobbyPin.com.
Hi.
And my question is, Crash and Burn for debut album is a very interesting name. And I would assume that you're trying to make a statement.
So you listening to Dr. Umar, right? He's in Gambia. He's got all kinds of topics that he's bringing to the Gambia families, right? So let's just take a listen to Dr. Umar. And this is just my opinion, you guys. And I'm not a licensed psychologist like he is. But this man is really got some narcissistic tendencies.
Black Power, how's everybody doing? All right. First, I want to thank Baba Joe and Mama Nasira for making this happen. Give them a hand, brothers and sisters. Give them a hand. A lot of work goes into these kinds of events. We only see the finished product, but we don't see the effort and the logistics. For those of y'all who don't know me, I'm Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm a doctor of clinical psychology. I'm also a certified school psychologist. That means I work in the schools, working with children who struggle with learning problems. So I deal with deaf kids, blind kids, speech and language impaired kids, autistic children, children with intellectual disabilities, academic disabilities. I also deal with the treatment and diagnosis of mental illness. Today, I want to talk about mental health. Tomorrow, I want to talk about education. And on Sunday, the last day of the conference, I want to focus on.
So notice that Dr. Umar said that he is a psychologist. He specializes in kids, especially in the mental health division, right? But here is his daughter, his own daughter is a product of to me, looks like she undergo some crisis sometimes, you guys, mental health crisis. He also said that that mental health is hereditary. It can be passed down to family members. But this girl DNA, she says she don't know that much about her dad, but her mannerism, everything, the way she talked, the way she moved, her body structure, just like her father, you guys. DNA is strong, you guys. But I showed this because Dr. Umar is a hypocrite. He's all the way over there in Gambia speaking, and he really has a great crowd in Gambia, a smaller crowd, but they're positive. They're his people over there, right? So let's talk about narcissistic disorder, personality disorder is when you are incapable of feeling. You cannot identify with other people's feelings. So I'm saying this, allegedly, Dr. Umar cannot identify with himself, with his own daughter, her feelings.
I haven't seen Umar since I was I had to be like 9, 10 years old. It's been over a decade. Go to school. There's nothing wrong with going to school. I don't think he's trying to scare none of y'all. Y'all gotta understand. Umar is the biggest black activist in America, and he's going to school.
You said Tasha K had reached out to you.
First of all, Tasha K black ass, where a lot of people like to compare me to people. I don't have a problem with people. I don't allow your life experiences or where you came from or how you came up to.
This come from Hood Life Media, you guys.
And language, whether you're in Brooklyn, New York, or what country you pledge allegiance to, we are all one race of Black African people. Do you understand? We are one race of Black African people. That's principle number one. Family first. Your religion is not more important than your Africanity. Islam is not more important than African people. Christianity is not more important than African people. Nobody puts their religion above their race except us. The Arab may be a Muslim, but he's an Arab first. The Anglo-Saxon might be a Christian, but he's an Anglo-Saxon first. And the reason Africans are last is we put everything in front of being Black. And that's why Blackness is at the end. You don't have to give up your religion. Nothing's wrong with your religion. I was raised Muslim on my father's side and Christian on my mother's side. Both are beautiful religions. But unfortunately, we have allowed the Arab and the European to take these religions that we started, by the way. Muhammad ibn Abdullah was an African. Yeshua ben Joseph, Jesus Christ, was an African, but we've allowed them to take these religions and turn them into weapons against the people. So we must keep in mind that we must be African people first. Number two, all the African people must rise together or none of us will rise at all. This is very important because in Africa, you fight as individual nations or regions. But where is the continental-wide struggle? In the United States, we're still dealing with Jim Crow and racism. We're dealing with police genocide. The death of Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown and Freddie Gray and Philando Castile and Sandra Bland. And every day, the police killing another African in America. Economic devastation. Today is Black Friday in America, so most of your brothers and sisters are out shopping for cheap junk made by China in the United States. But we don't have no hospitals, but they can buy iPads. We don't have no schools for our children, but they can buy Air Jordans. Michael Jordan married to a white woman. Why are you wearing his sneaker for? So the second point is all of us must work in concert together for the liberation of Africa and all African people. We go up together or not at all. See, the respect that Africa gets is automatically given to all of Africa's children, whether you like it or not. You could be a doctor in London. You could be a lawyer in America. You can be an engineer in Jamaica. You can be a business owner in Gambia, but at the end of the day, the respect you get is a direct reflection of the respect that Black Africa gets. When I'm in Canada, the Chinese get respect. When I'm in Jamaica, the Chinese get respect. When I'm in Gambia, the Chinese get respect. So does the European Jew. You know why? Because China gets respect. England gets respect. America gets respect. And wherever I find Black people, wherever we are in the world, there are four constants. I don't care if you're in Gambia. I don't care if you're in South Africa. I don't care if you're in Kenya. I don't care if you're in Ethiopia. I don't care if you're in Los Angeles, Brooklyn. I don't care if you're in Atlanta. I don't care if you're in Jamaica, Barbados, the Bahamas. I don't care if you're in China or Japan. I don't care if you're in Australia or New Zealand. Wherever you find Africans, there's four realities. Global. Number one, we are worshiping a white Jesus everywhere we go. Everywhere in the African world, Black folks are still addicted to white Jesus. I'm not talking Christianity. I'm talking the images that they use. Number two, wherever we go, we have large amounts of unemployed Black men unable to take care of their families. I don't care where you are. And along with that, large numbers of single Black mothers raising children by themselves without a father. No matter where you are, that's number two. Number 3, no matter where you go in the world, African children are being fed a steady diet of self-hate through European curriculum structures. I don't care where you go. 500 years after Columbus, we still worshiping Columbus. Global. It doesn't matter where you go. It's the same. And the fourth reality for African people, no matter where we are, somebody who doesn't look like you controls your economy. I don't care where you go. You cannot name a country on earth that's black. You can't name a community on earth that's black. You can't name a neighborhood on earth that's black where black people are in control of their own economy. Who's selling you your rice? Who's selling you your bread? Who's selling you your napkins and cups, your shoes, your clothing? 100 years ago, they laughed at the Honorable Marcus Garvey for giving us the Black Star Line Steamship Company. But guess what? 100 years later, today, 90% of everything you eat, wear, use, and buy comes from a ship. But black people don't have any shipping lines. No distribution potential whatsoever. But yet we call ourselves free. In Africa, they've given us a flag and anthem freedom. They've given you a false democracy freedom, where you run and you vote. What is the purpose of voting when either candidate, when they win, neither of them controls any of the wealth of your nation? What difference does it make? You're voting for personalities, but you're not changing the policies. We have a mindset that says if you change the people, you change the system. Nothing could be further from the truth. 9 years ago, the United States of America, we chose Barack Hussein Obama. We put a black face on white power. What did it change? Nothing. Because it does not matter whose face you see. The only thing that matters is the hand that controls the face. So we want to talk about mental health. Rule number 1, you can't solve the mental health problems of African people until you solve the political, economic problems of African people. Because all mental health is a result of what? Stress. At the end of the day, depression, stress, bipolar stress, schizophrenia, stress, borderline stress, anxiety, stress, eating disorder, stress, whatever the mental health problem, it cannot be divorced from the political, economic reality under which we live. Stress, lifestyle, and diet, cause of all mental illness. Going further, all mental illness begins in the family system. This is why it's so important for parents to raise their children the right way. Because all low self-esteem grew out of the family. Cigarette addicts grew out of the family. Alcoholism grew out of the family. Every self-esteem problem we got, every emotional, spiritual, psychological malady of Africans comes from the family we was born in. Most young girls are sexually abused by family members. Most boys who are victimized by sexual abuse, they're not being victimized by strangers, they're being victimized by blood relatives. And then we have a taboo in the African and African American and African Caribbean and African British community where we're not allowed to tell on the pedophiles and child molesters in our homes. So the child who has been victimized by the molestation is forced to keep it in and look at the person who did it every single day as if it never happened. There's a child sex abuse issue here in the continent. I know it because I get the emails, I get the phone calls, and we don't do nothing about it. The mosque isn't doing nothing about it. The church isn't doing nothing about it. And even the politicians don't do much about it either. Facts. And because they're not doing anything to change the political economic reality, they just bring alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs in so you can self-medicate your problems away. So we got a big alcoholism problem in West Africa. Big alcoholism problem. Everybody want to drink their problems away. And what is the root of all addictions? What is the cause of every single addiction in the world? Cigarette addiction, sex addiction, crack, marijuana, food, whatever your addiction is, guess where it comes from? Addiction is a strategy that we use to placate a problem we
crazy, ain't he?
I mean, like I said, I'm only looking at it from we don't really know for real. All we know all we know is like Umar, conscious community, and he came out real strong, speaking some facts, and he kind of got like the support from the black community for real.
And that's another, what I can say that in the comment. Me and Umar are very controversial. I say things that people would really want smoke behind me for it, but that's my opinion. That's how I feel. And Umar is also very controversial, but I feel like not to bring up Zodiac, I'm a Taurus, he's a Leo. Leo's is very headstrong. So is Taurus. I'm very stubborn. When I got my mom fixated on something, there's no changing because I know who I am and I do everything for a reason. Me and Umar would bump heads because we too much alike. There's no balance. We too much alike. That's why they say opposites attract, because y'all are opposite. We are the same person. It's not on purpose.
Yeah. So, like I said, I ain't gonna ask too many questions because I'm gonna give him a chance to tell his own story. And I really want your story, but why your mom say the situation didn't work out between like y'all and everything?
My mom told me that Umar used to wear what's that word called? Maternity? I don't know what that word called, but he used to wear necklaces. Like he used to be real spiritual. He used to wear necklaces that like promoted like pregnancy or something. I don't know what the word called, but what I just said, cut this out. But my mom told me that they met at Millersville University, which they did. They both graduated from there. Umar was the president of one of the clubs that was there. And after my mom had me, she said Umar did a whole 360, like he completely changed. And Umar wanted to have a kid, but when my mom had me, Umar, why was you in the hospital arguing with my mom and they just cut my mom open and did a C-section and you walked out? That's why he's not on my birth certificate. I have a picture of him holding me as a baby, but he's not on my birth certificate because he walked out the hospital and was arguing with my mom. Like she didn't just have a child. Like I have no rep for him. I have no rep for him, bro.
Yeah, so
I don't respect him. And it was domestic between them because of him. I don't respect him. I don't respect him.
Yeah. So do you feel like if he was in your life, he would have had, like a different or better upbringing?
No. My mom was doing her big one. My mom got a big ass house. I ain't gonna say the state. Y'all probably already heard the state. But my mom house looked like a mansion. My mom doing well for herself. If Umar was in my life, he wouldn't be no different. He would probably be more strict with me. My life probably would have been worse because it would have been more like head button. Think about it. Me and my mom already don't see eye to eye. So imagine my mom and me and my dad not seeing eye to eye. It would have been too much. Bro. I probably would have been 302 at a younger age than I was now. Like, that probably would have been worse. I don't think it would have been better. I think it would have been worse. Because I recall being with Umar. I was at his house. I think he was in North Philly. Because him and my mom had a custody order. He was strict as shit. Like, I just remember just coming. He had all these books in his house. And he used to tell me, you can't do nothing until you do your homework. Like, he was very... I actually kind of had some fear in my heart. Because of my dad. Like, he was strict.
So, all right. He said you can't do nothing until you do your homework. Like, I don't want to, because that's a behind the scenes like conversation that y'all gotta have. But I look at that as like I don't know him as a person. I don't really know behind it. I don't even want you to get into it. But if he's just telling you to do your homework,
but it wasn't like he was just very strict. So I'm gonna just do that thing. I
feel you. So now I do want to talk about just the recent events as far as like, all right, because I'm one of the ones I was kind of back with Umar. I was like, damn, like I don't know,
I don't say nothing with you.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as far as the whole school situation. It is crazy. Like this ain't even like playing, but we shooting this joint at a school. You feel me? So like the whole school situation, he just went live and was saying that his bank accounts got hacked. All this other going. 2 weeks ago, he was talking about the chick with throat gold. That's not Chip Peoples, is it?
Who was throat gold?
I don't know. He was beefing with his wife or some. She was the only reason I know about it because he was acknowledging it. He was calling her throat gold, saying her penny was, and it's like, bro, that's just a bad look for world. What I want to get at as far as the school situation, the school that he was building for a while, that is like he went live and said his bank accounts got frozen or like hacked or something.
So y'all, I had nothing to do with that. His school also got vandalized. Somebody went in there and broke. I ain't do that either.
Okay, so there actually is a school.
There actually is a school. He has a school in Wilmington, Delaware. Y'all can donate to the school. It's called FDMG Academy in the state of Delaware. In Wilmington, I don't know nothing. From what I know, people was working on it, and he just need like staff. Like that's pretty much all I know. I don't think he's trying to scam none of y'all. Y'all gotta understand. Umar is the biggest black activist in America. And he's building a school. What other black activists y'all know that got, like, he really doing, I'll give him that. So you gotta understand, like, there are people that are gonna try to get in his way, even from the government, because they know, oh, we got somebody that's black that's really out here doing.
So his daughter, that was over 4 months ago, just coming from Hood Life Media. He is a deadbeat dad, but she still managed to pull something out of her heart for her dad. He's the biggest activist. He's building a school. She wants to be in her dad's favor. Mental health. Who's got the mental health problem? Is it you, Dr. Umar, or is it your daughter? Did she inherit this from you? Because allegedly she goes under mental health crisis. As a matter of fact, not too long ago, they thought she was missing. And when they found her, she was under a severe mental health crisis, you guys. Did you know that the face on a dime was by Selma Burke, you guys? So anytime you pick up a dime, you're looking at one of your ancestors' creations. Yes, she was a sculptor. She is the hidden black woman behind the United States dime. Yes, she is. Miss Selma Burke. That's her name. Selma Burke.
Actually designed by a black woman, but she never got credit for it? Meet Selma Burke, the hidden black sculptor who changed American history. Selma Burke was a trailblazing sculptor trained in Europe and the US, who used her art to capture the strength and beauty of black culture. In 1943, during World War II, she won a national competition to sculpt President Franklin D. Roosevelt. She worked tirelessly, crafting a breathtaking bronze relief of Roosevelt. But when the U.S. Mint released the dime in 1946, her name was nowhere to be found. They say engraver John Sinek created it, but historians agree his design was based on Selma Burke's work. Despite being overlooked, Selma Burke's influence lives on. She dedicated her life to teaching young black artists, paving the way for future generations. So next time you see a dime, remember the black woman behind the design, Selma Burke. Know your history. If you love hidden black history facts like these, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more amazing stories.
This comes from Unlock Your Mind Infinite. And you guys, don't forget Sarah Burke. Please hit the like button. I need subscribers, y'all. Please. Thank you.